you've made it this far in the series, something important has already happened. You understand the cloud.
Yes!
You understand compute, storage, databases, networking, security, pricing, support, and architecture at a practical level. Now the goal is not to learn more. The goal is to think correctly in the exam environment. Because the Cloud Practitioner exam is not about memorizing definitions, it's about recognizing patterns. And today, we're going to train that skill. Welcome to Learn Data Easy, the series where we break down cloud, data, and AI concepts without jargon and without stress. I'm Charlene, I work in data and AI, and my goal here is to help you feel confident, not overwhelmed. In this final core episode, we're focusing on how to answer exam questions correctly, especially scenario-based questions. Here's the single most important rule for this exam. Read the question for what it's really asking, not what you think it's asking. The exam often includes extra information, and your job is to identify the keyword that matters. Most questions follow a pattern. They describe a company, a goal, or a constraint. They then ask which AWS service or option fits best. Let's walk through how to approach these. So step 1, identify the goal. What is the company trying to achieve? Are they trying to reduce costs, improve reliability, increase scalability, restrict permissions, or analyze data? Find that goal first. Step 2, identify the constraints. Is there a restriction? For example, minimal changes required, low cost, production workload, regulatory requirements, or high availability. The constraint usually eliminates 2 wrong answers immediately. Step 3, match to a service category. So you need to match the goal to the correct category. For example, if you need object storage, well then Amazon S3. If you need relational database, Amazon RDS. If you need serverless compute, AWS Lambda. Need shared file storage, Amazon EFS. Need monitoring, Amazon CloudWatch. Need activity logging, AWS CloudTrail. Need multiple accounts managed, AWS organizations. This pattern recognition is the key to passing. Now let's talk about the common traps. So trap 1, overthinking technical depth. This exam is not solutions architect level. This level is far more basic. If an answer choice sounds deeply technical, overly specific, or advanced, it's often wrong. Cloud Practitioner answers are usually broad, foundational services. Trap 2, so confusing similar services. Here are common confusions. CloudWatch versus CloudTrail. CloudWatch is performance metrics. CloudTrail is used for user activity logs. Or perhaps S3 versus EBS. S3 is used for object storage and EBS is attached to EC2. RDS versus DynamoDB. So RDS is relational, but DynamoDB is NoSQL. If you can separate these clearly, you eliminate many wrong answers instantly. Trap 3, ignoring keywords. Watch for words like production, workload, or minimal operational overhead, serverless, fully managed, and high availability. These words usually signal the correct service type. Part 3, how to eliminate wrong answers. Even if you're unsure of the right answer, you can often eliminate 2 wrong ones. Ask yourself, is this service even in scope for Cloud Practitioner? Is this too advanced? And does this match the scenario's goal? If 2 answers are clearly wrong, you're now choosing between 2, which massively improves your odds. Part 4, time strategy. You have 90 minutes for 65 questions. This is more than enough time. Here's the strategy. Answer confidently when you know it. Flag and move on if you're unsure. Don't spend more than 60 to 90 seconds on one question initially. Your brain often solves flat questions faster the second time round. Part 5, the confidence shift. This exam is testing foundational understanding. You are not being tested on writing code, configuring services, or designing full architectures. You are being tested on whether you understand core cloud concepts, recognize AWS services, understand general use cases, or understand pricing and responsibility models. If you follow this series carefully, you already meet those criteria. So let's zoom out and recap quickly. So cloud is on-demand resources that you pay as you go. Compute are like EC2, Lambda containers. For storage, we have S3, EBS, EFS. Databases, we have RDS, DynamoDB, Redshift. Networking, we have VPC, subnets, security groups, Routes 53. For monitoring, we have CloudWatch, CloudTrail, Trusted Advisor. And for pricing, we have on-demand, reserved spots. Support, we have basic, developer, business, enterprise. And for organizations, we have multi-account management. Well architected has 6 pillars of best practice. Migration, remember rehost, replatform, refactor. Analytics and AI include Athena, Glue, Kinesis, SageMaker, Recognition. And that's the entire Cloud Practitioner exam in one overview. You don't need to be perfect to pass. You need to be clear, you need to be calm, and you need to recognize patterns. Trust the foundations you've built, trust your understanding, and remember, this exam is designed to validate awareness, not mastery. If this series has helped you, subscribe and share it with someone else who's learning cloud. And good luck. You're more prepared than you think. See you next time.